Turtle Squad interview and our guest tonight. Currently their evening. They're currently in the future right now. But we have Sugar Ray here. For those who don't know who Sugar Ray is. Hello, Sugar Ray.
Hello, Jay. How's it going?
I'll turn you up just a little bit. How was your weekend, sir?
Pretty boring, actually. Yeah, I really didn't do anything apart from probably the most exciting thing I did on the weekend was the games night, which I really enjoyed.
The game what?
The games night you did with
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really a highlight of my weekend, which I really enjoyed.
It was good. It was a good night. Can everybody in chat hear him okay? And for those who don't know, he was our Turtle of the Month from last month, voted on by you guys. So he's got that pretty VIP badge in chat right now for the next week. No, not even a week, 4 days, because February is a shorter month.
Oh well, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was, to get Turtle of the Month. I really didn't think I'd get it, so...
I still have your package, by the way, that I'm going to send out. I put a lot of things together, and I just haven't put them in a box yet. So, hopefully this week.
Just whenever you can. I know you're busy. Yeah, you're a busy man, so...
Going the wrong way. Okay. So, first question. I sent him a list. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I was born in a... Oh, first of all, I'm from Australia, in case people who don't know. I'm from the great land of Australia. He's in a little, well, not a little, but a big town called Wangaratta, which is in Victoria, which is one of the states.
How do you spell that?
Wangaratta. W-A-N-G-A... T-A. Can I just say, I'm going to apologise. There's going to be maybe a lot of swearing in this, so I do apologise. I'll try and limit it.
I'll make sure to beep everything out. I'm going to go through it. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
Yeah, I was born in a little, well, it's not little, but it's 100,000 people there, Wangaratta. And then when I was 6, moved to another little town that's only got 2,000 people called Beechworth.
Okay.
And I've been here ever since.
That's awesome.
Never leave the place. Yeah, love the place.
So you've lived in
good.
what, 2 cities, 3 cities?
Basically, yep. Yeah. 2 cities.
It's crazy. It's like Wyferton too. Same deal. Portland.
I know people say, you got to move out of your town, like we're going to college and all that, uni down here. But I just love the town. It's like 3 hours away from Melbourne. Away from major cities, so we'll go do my shopping and all. I just love the place. I'll never leave the place. I've even got a house here now, so
nice.
I'm here till I go. So yeah.
Until as we were talking about today, the end of the world.
Yeah, the end of the world. Yeah. So whenever that is for me. So
right. Yeah. Okay. So do you mind talking about like what your day job is, or like what a day in the life of Sugar Ray or an Australian looks like, or all of
I don't mind talking about I don't mind talking about that. My currently my job at the minute is, you probably laugh at this, I'm a taxi driver in my small town.
Why would I laugh at that?
There's 5 of us that will laugh that when I say I'm a taxi driver. Some people do, so yeah.
Oh, they're assholes.
It's in that.
Why would I laugh at that?
Yeah. Just in general, people just laugh at it for some reason. So,
gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, yep. And I love it every day. Like town, so like I'm normally getting elderly people and all that, but I just love it. It's, like I get asked the same questions, like, how's your day going? And it does grind on you a bit, but, overall, I love it.
How dare they ask you how your day is going?
Yeah. You've heard it, 500-600 times. They're going, can you just ask maybe a different question, like, what's on the South African minor bird into the population? Anyway, just like a question like that.
Would you know the answer to that question?
The answer, but I'd say thank you for not asking the obvious question, how my day is going. So yeah.
I can relate to that a little
Yeah,
bit, but yeah, so I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
At a certain point, by the
And-
end of the day, you're just like, yeah, I'm doing great, thanks. Like,
And the days I do are 12-hour shifts, so by 9-10 hours on this, you're going, why am I
you
doing
do
this?
12-hour
Why?
shifts. How many
So,
days a week?
it's 2 to 3 days normally.
Okay, okay.
Sometimes like I'll have like maybe 1 day a week. Some other times I'll do 40, 50-hour weeks.
Got it.
Like normally in the winter months, like we have a guy who goes up to Queensland where it's warmer and all that because it gets really cold down here. He doesn't like the cold, wet weather. So
What's
I'll pick up his
cold
days.
down? What's cold for you though?
Well, it can get into the minuses, so whatever that is, it's like 0 Celsius. So I don't know what it is Fahrenheit.
It's 32 Fahrenheit.
So,
Okay, that's pretty cold. That's about as cold
Yeah,
as it gets
so-
here in Portland too. Yeah.
Okay, right now.
Usually
But he
doesn't
normally leaves,
get
and I
much
normally
colder.
pick up his. Minute interrupt you. I normally pick up his shifts. That'll
Okay.
be like an extra couple of days, and it doesn't I don't like to comfortable where I am with how much work I do. Like I make a decent living,
For sure.
but I'm content where I am.
That's a good place to be, and you enjoy the work, so it's always
Yeah.
it's always a good place to
Mhm.
be. For sure.
Jobs as well that I didn't like. I'm just glad I found a job that I at least half like. So yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, like, I would hate being a taxi driver just because I don't like talking to people in general that I don't know. It's funny though because sometimes I do take an Uber and will talk to them, but so
And
do you consider yourself to be kind of more extroverted then?
I'm like, if you get to know me, I'm a very quiet person, which is surprisingly how much how much I talk in raids and all that.
Oh, for sure. I think it's different when you know people or when you're like when you feel comfortable with somebody.
But most of the people, like, I'll be kind of generous, like courteous to people who get in a taxi. I'll go, hello, how you going? And they'll say, good, thank you, yourself. Yeah, not too bad. Where you off to going? And I hope the conversation ends there. If they keep asking me like questions, I'll answer. I'll answer it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I totally get
Like,
where you're
I'm
coming
a
from.
nat-
Yep.
I'm a naturally quiet person by which most people in your chat will probably think that's really weird.
Well,
You're rated with me and know that can be a bit loud and a bit
I think that's the microphone to be honest.
yeah. I know I've got a loud voice as well, so yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11", so just under 6 foot.
Okay, so like that's around average height for your all right. So and it was kind of a follow-up question, but other than trying to avoid things that are going to kill you in Australia, what does a day look like in a normal Australian, like a typical Australian's kind of day? What does that normally look like? I'm just curious if it's different.
Let me just start by saying that episode of The Simpsons where Bart goes to Australia, that is nothing like that, okay?
Mhm.
The Prime Minister is not in the dam, in a little tire drinking beer and all that. An average day, I think it's an average, it depends where you are, like in Victoria, like in, I got a friend, Jigsaw, who lives in,
Wait, your friend's name is Jigsaw?
Yes, I know.
Is that like his actual name or is that like a nickname?
Oh, that's his PSN name. Like,
Oh,
I won't say
okay,
his real name.
got it. I was gonna say that's a name that somebody would name their kid. Oh, Jigsaw sounds like a good name. It's a solid
But he lives in
conservative name. Yeah.
And so Queensland I compare to Florida, like it's really hot, like 9 months of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's winter down here, it's like 20 degrees Celsius, cold up there. So depends where you are. But Victoria, like normal day for me, really depends. Really, if I'm working, I'll wake up go for a run. I've been trying to watch a bit of my fitness.
Okay.
Do that for the new year. I know new year and halfway through the year I'll just won't worry about it, but I'm really trying to focus on trying to get a bit more healthier.
As you would say, good on you.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
like,
trying
this
to
motherfucker.
I'm waiting for you to bring up. So when you were a drinker, did you drink Foster's? Australians haven't touched
Oh,
Foster's
no,
in
no, no.
30 years.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I've heard that
Um,
before.
it's I gotta tell the funny story of when I was first riding down the track, but I'll just remember that because I've got that written down as well. But from an American, I got a funny question from an American. I just laugh every time I hear it. But average day, you know, like if I'm not working, like the other days I'm not working, I'll either be on the PS4 streaming. I hope you don't mind if I mention I'm a streamer as well.
How dare you? Banned.
Yeah, bye, chat. Nice to see you. Bye.
You can follow him over at twitch.tv/self-promoting Sugar Ray. Just kidding.
But really, the average day, you know, like I'll just play on the PlayStation. If not, I might go see a couple of friends here and there.
Okay. Sounds pretty typical to like, I mean, nothing like that's crazy to me.
Oh, I will say in the summer months we got to be careful around where we are because snakes, and we got very poisonous snakes around here. It's funny
Like
because
even like in the like suburban and city areas.
but no, more the country areas where I'm more in a country area, so it's
Gotcha. But there's like you said, there's like 100,000 people. That's a big country area.
that's where Wangaratta. I'm in Beechworth. There's only like 2,000-3,000 people here, so
Oh, okay,
including surrounding areas. Yeah, so it's funny. I always sometimes walk out. I'll hear my cat hiss, and I'll see like a snake, and I'll just grab the cat and go inside, and that's how you avoid snakes.
Damn. I've had a couple of run-ins with snakes when I was a kid when I lived in Alabama, and it's not a good time. It's like Indiana Jones going to the pit, you know? It's like
I don't think I'm scared of snakes, but as long as I don't fuck with them, they won't fuck with me. Apart from if it's the brown snake, because brown snakes are vicious souls. Like they'll go out of their way to piss you off, so they can try and bite you and all that. So stay away from them. We get them around here. It's brown snakes, red belly blacks, taipans, and I forget the other one.
You guys, when you were kids in Australia, did you have like songs and like rhymes and stuff that you would recite to remember which ones are poisonous and which ones aren't? Because we had that stuff here.
No, we never did that. There's a funny story when I was really young, like talking about my parents as well. My dad used to pan for gold. I don't know if you...
I have a visualization, but okay.
We used to have a farm that we'd go down to, and he'd be in the stream, like panning for gold. He'd put the pan in, find the sand and find little droplets of that. And he's actually, I've got a nugget that he burnt together. That's prized possession.
Nice.
That I'll never sell because it's nice memories of him.
For sure.
But there was one day we were like, I think I was like 2 or 3. I think I might have been a bit older, but apparently. Dad was like, my mother was watching me. Apparently a snake slithered up to me in the water. Like my mum screamed like at my dad, and Dad saw the snake and just chopped its head off with one swing of the shovel. It was amazing, and yeah.
I have a story like that too. I don't know if you've ever heard me tell it. When I was a kid too. I'll have to tell you sometime. Kind of similar.
It's weird how similar I think you and I are. I just laugh at it sometimes. It has drawn me to you, like how similar we are.
I think that's
like
pretty normal on
that
Twitch,
stuff.
for sure. To find people with similar personality traits and stuff to you, and kind of feel connected to them.
Yeah, that's well, that's not a normal day in the life of an Australian, but yeah, it's
chopping heads off snakes.
And no, I didn't ride kangaroos to school. Let's get that out of the way straight away. That never happens here. That's one thing I got asked by an American.
Kangaroo would kick your ass, dude. I've seen those videos.
It would get that. Yeah,
they're like boxers.
Kick your ass, yeah.
Like they just like straight up like posture, and they're just like let's go.
And yep, never. I always stay away from kangaroos. But other dangerous things. We talk about spiders. There's a spider where I live called the whitetail. I don't know what its actual, scientific name is.
Spiders
But
have tails too. Good lord.
I've checked on it when I've caught it, and its tail is a bit white. There's like a little dot of it. But this spider is not venomous, but it eats other spiders that have venom. And if you get bitten and it's bitten a spider that's venomous, yeah.
I can see
So,
where
yeah,
this is
good luck.
going.
I've been bitten by one. I've never been bitten by a spider. There's redback spiders that like always find the ways into people's toilets, like sit under the lids and all that, and bites them. And there's the
Yes.
sorry, Jay. And then there's the
I gotta pick my feet up off the ground now. like,
and then there's this that can kill you within half an hour.
So
very
I'm
venomous.
never going to Australia.
I'm doing well for tourism for Australia. Australia, come here, where everything wants to kill you.
Yeah, right.
It's
He's
but,
like, he wants to say it's not that bad, but he can't because it is.
it's. I'm probably making it a bit worse than it is. Like there are, Yeah, so we've gone and the sharks. We're nowhere near a beach, but whenever we go to the beach, I always have to watch out for sharks because, yeah. I'm trying to think of any more poisonous or dangerous animals that you guys might think are in Australia that I can't think of at the minute.
I imagine, like, I don't know why I'm getting this visual that sharks in Australia are also poisonous. Like, not only can they bite your arm off, they're also poisonous, so...
We actually have a jellyfish that's really poisonous. We get its... But I remember when I visited, I've got family in Sydney. That's like 7 hours away from where I am.
Okay.
Went to one of the beaches one day and I found out my half brother had been like severely stung by these really deadly jellyfishes, and I was swimming with him. I don't know how I didn't get stung, but yeah, as well.
So you like go to the hospital at that point, or do you like? Because down here there's like remedies and stuff to help with the stings of jellyfish, but
I think we did the remedy of where you urinate. I think that helped, but we also went to the hospital as well.
Were you the one who urinated on your brother?
Of course not. No.
I'm not going to ask anymore because now it could get like uncomfortable. Like if you're like, oh no, it was my dad that did it.
I don't know who did it, but yeah. So, yeah.
Good answer. Good answer. That's a good like, I don't know, legal answer.
Let me check with my lawyers. No, I can't answer that, Jay. Sorry.
You're right. Okay, so I was gonna start talking about like you getting started into gaming and kind of what got you started and how long you've been gaming and what your first game and system that you can remember.
The first game I remember, the first system was the old Atari 2600 back in the day.
Hey, was that your system or like
game.
your parents' system?
I think it was. I think the parents brought it for me. I think for a Christmas gift. I don't know. I need to ask my. But I'm pretty sure. Maybe they did actually. I'm not too sure. But Atari back in when I was about. There was a game called Dig Dug. I don't know if you've ever heard of Dig Dug.
Of course.
It was the first game I played, and there was other games like River Raid, which was that's a game I really want to go back to and try and finish. Because River Raid was like you're a plane and you got to shoot things and all that, and to end it you'd have to land on the Harriet, the carrier.
Mm-hmm.
I could never land on the carrier. I'd always fall off.
Well, I mean, it was like, how many bits was the Atari? It was not very many. Like getting to know depth and all that stuff in those old systems is not easy.
Yeah, but that's a game I really want to go back to. And another game I remember that I have a funny story with was Popeye.
Oh yeah,
I remember playing.
Yeah, I actually have that game. Yeah.
And me and my family got in an argument one day that I really I've never settled. I'll have to go tell them because Popeye's nemesis I always thought was Bluto, and they said it was Brutus, and we found out it was both. So I have to make an apology to my family, to my mother, because we got in a big fight of it. So.
Oh really? So your parents were
Yeah.
gamers.
Yeah.
That's cool. Did they like play with you, or did they just like tell you to go to sleep and then they would stay up and play?
No, I don't think. My father was 26 years older than my mother, so he was not really into the gaming.
That's another one of
thing.
those things that we have in common.
Yeah, I know. That's yeah, I know.
It's kind of weird, but yeah.
It's really weird. Yeah, I found out when I was born, I was already an uncle. So yeah, I had nephews and nieces that are
That's crazy.
older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really crazy, and it's my mother is 1 year older than my eldest half sister.
Okay. Yeah, my dad was 1 year younger than my mom's mom.
Ow.
Yeah. Always kind of weird.
Yeah, it's. I always thought like it's a family in Sydney. I always thought they were my cousins. I didn't learn until like I was about 8 or 9. Hang on, that's and they're my nephews and nieces and all that stuff. So it's a bit weird today. Like it's my family. My family is really. My makeup of my family is really weird.
Mm-hmm. Well,
brothers,
I mean,
no real brothers or sisters, but I have like halves and steps and all that stuff. So
I guess technically me the same. Because my brother and I have
cool.
a different dad. It's another one of those weird things.
Yeah, yeah, and then like I've like been a full-on like I've loved gaming. Then the first real system, I guess. Well, I guess the Atari was a system, but I remember playing on the Nintendo. Enjoy my times on the Nintendo. What games were there? The Mario Brothers. I can't, as Joey said in his last interview, I remember playing that. I remember.
Hold on. I gotta pause you for a second. So, like this whole interview, you've been cutting in and out a little bit.
Okay.
And the only thing that I heard, and as an Aussie, I thought you said something, and I had to think about it for a second. I didn't hear the word duck. All I heard was the K sound, and then the last word. So if you say duck hunt without the duh sound, that's what I heard. I was like, wow, sugar. Oh, he said duck hunt. Got it. Like, it took me a second.
Aussie internet. What can you do?
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off, but I had to for that.
It's all good. We're about 10 years behind what you guys are up to right now, and it's really sad.
Yeah.
But we're finally catching up to half decent internet around the area.
You said you were gonna get better internet soon. That was a while ago. Did you end up getting better internet?
I was what? Yeah. I've got I'm on it now, so yeah.
Okay.
And even though still like I'm, 40 down and maybe 10 up.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Bad, yeah, but it's like I'm seeing like other guys, getting the gig down and the gig up, and I go, "That's the dream. That is a dream."
Yeah, well, we don't even have that here, so keep dreaming. Oh. I mean, I could get it, but I'd be spending like $800 a month.
Christ.
Yeah, not worth it.
That what I'm on right now, it's like costing me about $100 a month. So
sounds about right. Sorry, so I cut you off with the NES stuff. So Duck Hunt, and Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers. I remember, and whenever I'd go up to my family in Sydney, I'd always play another game called Ski or Die. I think it was called
Skate or Die.
Ski or Die, like it was a follow-on from Skate or Die.
Is there a Ski or Die game for NES? Hold on, because I remember Skate or Die, and they had Skate or Die 2. Oh my God, Ski or Die is a thing. Why did I not? I do not remember that game at all.
Just remember playing that a lot of, and there was another thing, game, I forget its name. But just playing that on
what kind of, like, do you remember the levels and stuff? Because I could probably tell you if it was a well-known game.
You were a knight, and you had to go around defeating wizards and that, I think.
Was it like an RPG?
RPG, no, it was like a... Like, it'd be side-scroller, but you go up and down, left and right.
Okay, so it could be
Oh,
like,
scrolling?
what was it, like Ghouls and Goblins, or
Ghouls and Goblins. I remember that. That was a cool game as well. I remember
uh,
playing.
there was another one where you were kind of a knight.
Wizards and Warriors.
Yeah, Wizards and
Wizards and Warriors.
Warriors. Yeah.
I'm actually watching your stream as well, so before the
All good.
Wizards and Warriors. So yeah. Turn it right down though. I
Yeah.
don't want to hear. I don't like listening to my voice. I can hear my voice a bit, and
I think you
I
have a
don't know
good
if you
voice,
get it,
dude. I
Jay,
think
but
once with your stream stuff, I think once you get like a better setup and a better mic, I think you'll be fine.
yeah, I'm working towards that as well. So we'll talk about that later, I'm guessing. But yeah, and then I was a Nintendo. I hated to take sides, but you know, you're either Nintendo or Sega.
Yeah, as a kid, you don't really usually have both unless things. But yeah.
But I ended up having both for a bit. So, but I played Sega. But the Super NES is where my favorite game of all time came from. It was a game, and I probably told you about it. It was a game called Shadowrun.
Oh yeah.
Ahead of its time.
Yeah. I have not played it, but I have it. It's
The
that.
Super NES, because there's
Yep.
a Sega version.
Yep.
That's you got to play the Super NES. It is. It's time. It is so.
It's like a dungeon, like a 3D dungeon crawler type thing, right? Where you're like going down, and
It's a cyberpunk RPG. RPG elements.
right. But I mean, like the rooms and stuff, you have to kind of navigate in like a 3D way.
Yeah, 3D way. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. It's a bit of point and click as well with it as well. It is. They did a remake of it that I found out was follow up from the SNES, the Sega version, which I had a look at, but yeah, I just remember playing that and just loving that, and that's my favorite game of all time.
Nope.
No other game has taken its spot.
Interesting.
Came closer, like Super Mario, Legend of Zelda, Conker's Bad Fur Day. I'm actually making a list at the minute, Jay. I'm a really big nerd.
So
Yeah,
are you a
games I played
collector now? Do you still have all that stuff, or?
I have more like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 games. Like
Okay.
I've got rid of, unfortunately. Like I still have my Nintendo, like the NES, but it's doesn't work anymore. Oh, but I remember.
We can talk about that. I might be able to help you fix it because those things like are like tanks.
Okay. Cool. Love it. Well, yeah, cool. That's, I didn't know that.
It's probably something that's fixable, unless it's like not even powering on. That's a whole different thing. But
It's not even it's not even powering
Okay.
on. Yeah, it's the system now is probably 30 years old, so I've given up. It's probably
1980 is when it came out. Pretty sure.
yeah. So yeah. So
Almost 40 years old at this point.
yeah, I'm away from being 40. Fucking hell.
It's all good. We all get old.
No,
I'm not saying that 40 is old. I'm just saying we all get old.
you are. I know you are.
I am old. Yes, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So continue on to the Nintendo 64, the best system I've ever had. The Nintendo 64, hands down.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. In nostalgia, probably it had a bit of nostalgia of me because it's unfortunate around that time going through a divorce. So, but it's funny. I remember my dad brought me a Nintendo 64 for my birthday, and so did my mum.
So you had one at each
And
house?
It's for a while. My dad still lived in the house with my mother, and then like my mother moved out, and we had like mum took hers back and had a go at my dad for not talking to her when they were going to buy me a gift. But yeah, it's just a funny story I remember about my first Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I feel like
and
when you're a kid, you remember all those big gifts because they were like life changing at the time, you know?
I know, yeah. When you get older, like it loses its appeal until you have kids of your own.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. And yeah, then I actually had a Nintendo 64, thought it was a shit system, and then realized my mistake and brought another PlayStation and had fun with the PlayStation games. I can't remember too many of them. Was I'm just trying to think. I remember there was like in Australia we get the magazines that have demos of games and all that. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
playing
yeah,
a
yeah.
demo of
I had that here too.
Metal Gear. Yeah.
Now you can just download all those demos, for the most
I
part.
know, right? Yeah. Yeah. But also, like my house was near like my high school, and like after school, all my friends would come over. We'd have comps on GoldenEye, Mario Kart, Mario
Course.
Party was fun as well. Friday night, like
Those were
friends
the
would come
days,
around.
man.
Yep, those were the days. It was good. Bag out anyone who'd go odd job because they'd be cheating pricks.
Oh yeah, the short guy who like you could never hit.
I'd always go James Bond because it's funny. I'd always thought myself as a leader, but like doing, raid helps, and I'm finding it a bit harder. Like I'm not a natural leader. Like I'm more of do as I do, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like go to lead characters. Like I'd always go, James Bond, Rio.
You were the good guy.
Stuff like, yeah,
You were the
guy,
hero.
Yeah. I try. Like,
Yeah. You want, or at least wanted to be.
Yeah.
I always used I was the asshole who put proximity mines everywhere.
No, I do that as well.
So, I remember that.
Do that. Yeah, proximity mines and all that, and like we'd have like little brackets. I'd always play the worst. I'm not going to mention his name, but the guy that it'd be like tournaments, like they would have rankings from the last tournament. I'd always be either 1 or 2. Then, like, I just remember one day one of them saying, "I hate playing you. Can I verse someone else?" Me. And yeah, so we mix it up a bit.
The next Dr. Disrespect over here. The two-time.
I know he's a streamer, but I don't know much about Dr. Disrespect, so.
One of his, I mean, I don't really either. It's just know that one of his shticks is like that he, when he was a kid, was the back-to-back NBA Jam champion in like 95 and 96 or something. And he makes like a big deal out of it.
Okay, well, I might have to start putting that. I might have to start doing that. The Nintendo 64 GoldenEye champion of Beechworth.
There you go.
Good. I like that.
Don't mess with the champ.
I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna go copyright that before someone else takes my idea. Yeah.
So,
and
go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say then, like, I got to the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. I had a Nintendo Wii for a bit. I've had most systems, probably not an Xbox, but...
And Xbox was great, dude.
Did have an Xbox for one reason.
Halo.
I played Halo. No. Never played it. And I know you're probably waiting to see in stream if you're just... and all that. I've never played Halo. I wish I'd played Halo. I probably might get and try Halo if it's anything like Destiny. But the only reason I got an Xbox 360, I think it was for a wrestling game. But reason on the PlayStation, I think it was a PlayStation 2. We couldn't have custom themes, but on the Xbox 360 we could have custom themes. I'm a huge wrestling fan as well.
Okay.
Like that's we learn about me. I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I only got the Xbox so I could put themes of wrestlers who I liked, and that's the only reason why I got an Xbox. That's the only game I got on the Xbox. So yeah.
Wow.
But I will for you, Jay. I will try and play Halo down the line.
I mean, they have the Master Chief Collection, which is like updated graphics and all that stuff. And I don't know if it holds up as well now as like when I was in high school and experienced all that, because it's like, like you said, it's nostalgia. So like when I go back and play N64, like a lot of those games don't hold up graphically because it's just a lot of polygons. But that nostalgia of playing it when you're younger, it's kind of hard to beat that for sure. But everybody's nostalgia is different.
And I'm about graphics for me. It's about gameplay. But graphics are good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying for gameplay over graphics. Like it could be. I'm just trying to think of like not Vice City. San Andreas.
Okay.
I would bring Vice City into it, but San Andreas. But I could play San Andreas forever, and Vice City as well. They're some of my favorite games as well. Those two are GTA games. They were awesome back in the day.
For sure. I tried to do the Grand Theft Auto thing and I just couldn't, because I would like drive inside the lines and like have a moral dilemma as to whether or not I should like, you know, pull them out of their car and all that kind of stuff. My brother loved it because he was an asshole, but yeah, I always had a hard time with it.
Yeah, but I just love the GTA games. I can't wait for the next GTA game. It's really going to be cool.
For sure. So what's like the craziest story from your life when you like tell I mean, you know, I have a few stories in my back pocket that I tell sometimes that are like crazy. What's your like crazy life story if you have one? Like one that it's like a bar story or whatever, or used to be.
Just normally tell my sporting life normally. Like I was a huge Australian rules football player. Like my younger.
So is that rugby here or?
No, it's not. No, it's the aerial ping pong. I'm pretty sure the Americans call it.
Wait, oh, aerial ping pong, like badminton?
It's like it's the I've heard Americans call it aerial ping pong, but it's you know, when there's 18 people on 18 people per side, there's 2 goals at one end. It's hard to explain.
Soccer?
Football to. No, it's not soccer. No, it's Australian rules football. After the when you have a chance, look it up. But it's 18 aside.
I've not heard of it.
Never heard of it?
I don't think so.
It'd be like the grand final would be over in America on ESPN or something like that.
Sports ball?
But we have, but we have an American who plays for my football team. Like he's from Texas. Like he became preliminary final.
Okay.
Thought it'd be big over in America. The American's name is Mason Cox. He plays for Collingwood in Australia. Like the New England Patriots of the American. They're really hated.
Okay.
Even though they're not successful, but they're really hated. So, and that's my team as well. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, I played like from early '90s till like a couple of years ago. I retired a couple of years ago.
Like professional?
It's for my town, not professional. I did have a chance to maybe go professional, but I chose not to. Just enjoyed playing it. Like I played for my local team. That's like in a competition, and we won 3 premierships, which is I guess championships in American thing.
Okay, cool.
The club is like 150 years old. To have only won. That's the kind of story I like to tell people, that I was a very good footballer and a very good sports person. Like from my younger years, I was a very good basketballer as well.
Is it the same rules there as it is like here for basketball?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the same rules. Like apart from I'm not too sure. I don't really follow our national comp.
For sure.
Our national comp only has 18, so you know over in America you got like what 32 teams now or more.
I know it's 30 for football. I think it might be 38 for basketball. Yeah. 32, excuse me.
Really, even for my size, but I was a good rebounder. Like people would compare, like when they'd see me rebounding, I know you're gonna laugh because you've heard of this.
Dennis Rodman.
Yes. They compare me to. Oh, I didn't like wear fucking clothes. Like he wore a bridesmaid one day, didn't he?
He's a character for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was a really good rebounder. Like for my size, like I'd be out rebounding people. You know, like, that's how good I was. Like I had an incredible leap on me. But then football took over, so I stopped playing. But I was like, my father was really an all-sport athlete, and I got it from him. Proud to have that.
Cool. It's awesome. It's very interesting. Let's see here. I might skip over a couple of questions.
Sure thing.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how weird are you?
I'm going to say I'm a solid 7 or 8
Why?
playing that. Because some days, you know, like I'd want to talk to everyone, you know, guys, like won't be able to shut me up, like talking to people. And there are other days, you know, I'll just won't want to talk to anyone. Like I'll just, you know, try and be quiet. I'm the type of person, I have a bit of a, not a phobia, but a thing where I have to switch the light switch on and off a certain amount of times. One of those people, yeah, I know.
I can relate to that.
Okay. What else makes me weird?
I don't know if that makes you weird, by the way. Maybe I'm just projecting my own feelings about it. The light
But
switch is a
yeah,
very normal thing for me.
Okay. I didn't know that. And I like to keep Excel sheets. Like I've kept an Excel sheet I've earned from in Destiny, way back to year 3 in Destiny. What every raid I've done, stuff like that, players I met, against all that. I don't know if that makes me weird as well, but yeah.
A little. Maybe. Sounds like you should be like an accountant or something.
No, well, actually, maths was my strong point in high school, but yeah.
Okay,
I'd
cool.
probably go insane doing that account numbers all day. I think I'd go insane.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what else makes me a bit weird. I don't know. Just stuff like that. I think there's that would make me weird. But, yeah, it's relative of thinking. You know,
Oh,
there's an old
absolutely.
saying, what live by, what's normal to the spider is chaos to the fly. You know, what may be normal for you, maybe someone else. Like, yeah, that's how I like to think of life.
Cool.
Sayings as well. So yeah, don't know if you've ever heard of that saying, but I
have
like
not.
that saying.
I mean, it makes sense. I get it. Pretty self-explanatory for sure. If you could send a message to yourself 10 years ago, what would you tell younger Sugar Ray?
Oh, for first off, I'd walk up to him, look him in the eyes, and slap the shit out of him.
What's that for?
I'd just tell my younger self just to believe in myself. Like I have a bit of a confidence problem every now and then.
Yeah,
like I'm sure we all do, but
for sure.
I'm sure we all do, but I really, you know, confidence just tell myself, you know, you can do anything. Yeah.
So what would you do differently if you were able to do that? Like if you could live the last 10 years over again?
10 years. Not so much 10 years, probably 20 years, maybe. Unfortunately, I hope you don't mind me sharing this with you, Jay, but unfortunately in my last year of high school, halfway through the year, my birthday of the year, like 6 months before, my father got sick.
Mm.
Then halfway through the year, he unfortunately, in my high school year, he unfortunately passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
It's all good, you know. It's
another thing I can relate to.
I know he's I know he's smiling, but I just went off the rails, like exams and all that because of that. And they were going to give me like a pass mark. I just said no, don't worry about it. I probably should have taken that pass mark, but I would have liked to have gone to.
But you were proud, man. Like I get it. Yeah, you don't want to be given stuff. I understand.
I was not really the best. Like I was a good student, but like I don't know, like
you didn't live up to your potential.
Yeah, as they would have said. Yeah,
as I can relate to again.
I probably would have gone to uni after school, but I, you know, started working, and that's the only thing I'd probably change about my life. I think I would have gone to uni just to at least experience it. Like I could have probably, you know, maybe flunked out after a year or so, but you know, just to at least experience and say, hey, I did it. But I did down the track try and do a bit of studies and all that. I'd had enough of school.
Yeah. School
so
sucks.
yeah.
But
It's the only
stay
thing
in
that could
school,
get me-
kids.
Yeah, but stay in school, kids. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Not sending a great
No.
message to the kids, but yeah,
I wish
that's
I
the
wish I
only
would have
thing
stayed in school for sure. Like that's one of my regrets as well.
Oh, did you leave school early, or
Yeah, well, I went to college for basically straight out of high school. That was probably my first mistake. I should have taken a year off, but I went
Okay.
straight out of high school and just not that I was like partying too much, but I just didn't go to class because I was 6 hours from home for the first time in my life. Like I didn't have my mom, you know, looking over me. She was kind of the one who always pushed me out the door and stuff. So
Okay.
I took liberties and I just kind of did whatever I wanted to, which at the time was graphic and web design, and didn't like the classes I was going to. So I would stay up till 7 in the morning doing design stuff, and would wake up 2 in the afternoon and just miss all my classes. You know, I just wouldn't go, and flunked out after the first semester. Went back home, did a semester of community college because my mom was like, "You're either going to school or you're getting a full-time job," and I'm like, "Well, like it's an easy choice to make when you're not wanting to go get a job, you know." And then I had like a 3.8 community college. All I did was go to class, really. Like that's always why I say go to class, because if you go to class, you're going to want to do the work. At least I do. And then so after my third year of drum corps that summer, I went back to university at the same school, and the same shit happened. But I had pneumonia this time for the first like
Shit.
month of college coming out of the drum corps season. So like I just felt awful all the time. I was just sick, and didn't want to go to class because I felt terrible. And then like for me, it's a downhill spiral. Once you don't go to class, then it becomes a guilt thing. You're like, crap, I don't have that homework done. I'm going to be the only one who doesn't, so I'm just not going to go. And then it's just a domino effect. It spiraled out of control, and then I just flunked out again for the second time. And then my mom was like, I'm done. Like, you can figure it out. So, living life.
wow? Yeah.
But if I could change it, I would fucking go to class. That's why we have that command in chat. Like that's always, you know, all the high school kids that I taught in drumline and stuff, when they go off to college, I'm like, you want to know the secret? Go to class. That's all you gotta, like, that's the main thing. Just go to class. Because I think you'll want to not suck, you know, if you just go to class.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing I'd probably tell myself. That's yeah, my only like thing. I'd
Okay. Good to know. So we've been doing this for a little while, so I'm gonna try to kind of accumulate all these. So you've been playing Destiny since like the very beginning, yeah?
Yep, I'm a year 1, day 4 player. I always say.
Day 4, get good. No,
Yeah. It's I've seen the videos. I got to thank McLaren71. That's another PSN person that I know. Hi McLaren, if you're watching. He's the one who got me addicted to Destiny. So if people want to blame someone for me getting addicted to Destiny, it's him. Unfortunately, after year King's Fall came in, that's when he left.
Oh. Yeah, it's kind of like my
Came
buddy
back-
Z.
Yeah, he came back for he did when Destiny was free last year, like he got the base game and I ran him through it and all this. Like him and my friends are not interested. They know I'm the big Destiny guy, and if they ever get the game, they know I'm going to help them out, like give them some tips and all that stuff. So yeah,
For
but
sure.
yeah, I always say I'm a year 1, day 4 player.
It's funny. So what's your favorite part of Destiny?
Raids. I can't get enough of raids. Ever since this raid I did was actually with McLaren, Pedal.
I'm glad you clarified that.
I call them by, I know their real names because we become friends in real life as well, but like I call them by their PlayStation names, McLaren 71, Jigsaw again, Nuja Beats, John Brookman was there, just all those guys. I remember doing the raids with them for the first time. They're all like you had to be 20. What was it? 26, I think. Volt.
Wait, what?
But Jigsaw, the normal Vault of Glass. Do you remember? You had to be
Oh,
like 26.
see, I don't remember because I was not a raider. Like, I basically got carried through that raid the first time. The second time I did it, like, I don't
Okay,
remember.
wow.
Yeah, they were like, go over here and oh, we're in Venus. I'm like, I don't. Where's Venus? I don't see it. Like, it was really bad. I remember that.
But I think it was 26. Yeah, I remember Jigsaw was 24 and I was 22, and I was at the part of Vault of Glass where you had to stand on the 3 plates to open up to get in there.
2 plates.
We were there for about 40 minutes. Yeah, like the 2 plates. We were there for 40 minutes. Go back, level up, and then come back. And
Oh, you mean the very beginning? Yeah, 3 plates. Sorry.
Yeah, the very beginning. Yeah,
yeah. I thought you were talking about Atheon. My bad.
22 at Atheon. Fuck, I would have been. You would have looked at me and I would have been dead.
Yeah.
But said go back. Go, I remember them telling me like, and it's funny now. Like I've done over 1,000 raids and probably D1 and D2.
I counted them up. You're just over 1,200 total. You're at like 1,203 or 1,204 or something in total Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 raids. You're like 3 raids away from, or no, you just hit 400 on Destiny 2. You're like 403 something.
Oh yeah,
406, 405, something like that.
Um,
You have more raids in Destiny 2 than I do, by the way, by about 9.
Okay. Wow. I've done a lot
I have
of raids,
more
I just
total,
remember.
but you have more in Destiny 2.
Well, I find Destiny 1 a bit better than Destiny 2. I think Destiny 2 has just missed the mark a little bit. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. Like, you're going to mention my hours in both games probably in a 5 or 10 minutes. How many hours I play, but I've enjoyed my time in there. And that. I remember the first time doing Crota. Yes, we did the Crota.
You have a lot of Crota clears, by the way.
Yeah, because I was a sword bearer. Because I remember McLaren one day, he said, Sugar Ray, we've decided you're going to be our sword bearer. Like, we didn't have a dedicated sword bearer. I went, okay, what do I have to do? You have to go up there and hit Crota with a sword. Wait, what? To remember the first time being nervous as all hell. Like, we'd got him down to like a little bit of health left.
Oh, yeah.
Clarence just said, okay, Sugar Ray, you're in control. Take your time. Just let us know when to shoot the rockets and we'll do it. And I was like, I was shitting myself. I'm there going, please don't fuck up. Please don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Went up there and we did it. And yeah, so we did do the old pull the
internet
cord.
Oh, did you?
Yep, we did that. Yeah.
I only ever heard about it. I never did that.
Don't know. We never had a sword bearer for a bit, so we'd always do it like that. I'm not proud of it now, but a friend of mine would always my friend McLaren. He had a being called Boss. He's an old gentleman. He's like nearly in his 50s.
Okay.
McLaren 71. Like every time we go, he'd go, okay, I'm gonna pull the Ethernet cord. Tell me when. And a friend of mine would go, way to go, boss. And he'd leave and he'd come back and go, you fucking peanuts.
So I don't even know how that worked. Like, what would it do?
Well, it made Crota like, you know how Crota would like bend over, like put the sword down.
I don't know why I was picturing something else when you said bend over. Okay,
yeah,
continue.
I know. Yes, I know. But you know how like Crota would take a knee and like have the sword down.
Yeah. When you with the rockets. Yeah.
Well, when you pull the Ethernet cord, he'd just stay like that forever.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, and that's how I think that was like my first like 20 or so clears. That's how we did it.
Okay.
And then they patched it, and then they patched it, and then they had to find the sword bearer, and I got chosen.
Interesting.
Yeah. Then those guys left, and I remember just. You're probably gonna wonder why I like doing raids. It's because I remember the very first time I did King's Fall, I jumped into a group back in the bad LFG days. Jumped in a group, and they said, "Have you like beaten before?" I said, "No, but I've watched videos," and I got kicked straight away. And lit a fire under me. That lit a fire under me. I said, from now on, I'm not going to kick people.
Yeah.
get through it. This community is like, I don't think it should have been. And then like about half an hour later, like I think I did Oryx within the day. I'm pretty sure I did, or maybe a couple of days. I'm not too sure. But I remember they said, "Oh, have you beaten Oryx?" Well, no, please don't kick me. They go, "We're not going to kick you. It's all cool. Just relax. It's all cool." Have you seen the fight? Yeah. Okay. What do you want to do? Well, just tell me what to do, and I'll try my best. Okay, you're on plate 3. If you have trouble with your ogre, let us know. We'll give you a hand. And
Nice.
we did it. And I became friends with those guys. I don't play with them anymore, but I've still got them on the friends list.
For sure.
That's that's the said right. If I'm ever going to do raids and do a lot of raids, I'm going to try and help people through, because I don't want to have to put up with not having experience in something. So yeah.
Sure. I think we're pretty lucky with our community here with the quality of people that like will jump in and help and do the raffles and stuff regardless if they know that it could be a long raid and they still want to play anyways, and that's pretty special, I think.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
And I think it's infectious too, because that stuff's I like across the Destiny community, and I know that there's a lot of people around here that do like LFG help and help other folks and help other streamers and all sorts of stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Including yourself.
Like, help.
I know you're like a ringer with other streamers and stuff, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I just want to help people. Like, one of my most favorite stories was helping a guy who was like in his 50s, had 4 kids. He this is going back a couple months ago actually, because he has work and all that and had no time. So what should I do? And we got him through the raid, and I was quite happy with that. He was like, at the end, it was just that day. I think that's why I do raids, for people like that.
For sure.
Who are doing it for their first time, and just the reaction on them.
Absolutely.
It's just amazing. But, yeah.
Icing on the cake, man.
Yeah.
So, you said that we'd get into this. How on earth? how on this green earth do you have over 8,400 hours in Destiny 1 and 2? It's like I think it's like you have 3,000 in Destiny 2 and then like 5,000 in Destiny 1.
Well, I'm at an AA meeting. Hello, my name's SugarRay. I'm just addicted to Destiny. I can't explain it. No other fucking video game.
You have like almost double my total hours in game, by the way, since Destiny 1 and 2.
Wow.
I'm at like 45 or 4,600 or so.
You'd have been proud and also a bit embarrassed at the same time.
I think honestly it's probably close to a full year. If it's almost double me, you're at like 350 full days of playtime or some shit.
Jesus Christ.
Not to make you feel any worse, but
yeah,
it's impressive, dude.
I have people rag on the story in Destiny 1, but I would, go... Like, even... You remember in Destiny 2, before they got rid of them, the Ikora meditations?
Refresh my memory.
Oh, Ikora had, like, 3 story missions that you could do a week and all that.
Okay.
Well, I'd always do them. I don't know. I just love this fucking story. I know apparently it's been a bit rushed and wasn't the original story that it was supposed to be. But no. I could go back to Destiny 1, play it from start to finish. Story. And I know probably the Destiny 1 story doesn't make as much sense as the Destiny 2 story.
It's funny you say that, though, because you've never deleted a character and, like, started over.
These 3 characters, they're like my babies. I'm never going to delete them. Like, as much as it's going to pay me to say, the Warlock has uses. And as you know,
you actually have pretty even hours across all 3. Like, Titan's really not that, maybe 10% more playtime than the other 2. It's really not, you're not that big of a Titan main, if that...
No, see, that's my OCD kicking in, because I need to have equal hours on each of them. So, that's, yeah, so... I've got a thing on my Titan on Destiny 2, like I'd had 97,000 like solar kills. And then there was a point where my void was 70,000 and my arc was 60,000. I thought, no, I've got to get them up. So I've been rarely playing solar for the last 3 months, and I finally got them up to around 90,000 each.
Jeez.
So that's a bit about my personality as well. Yeah, it's an OCD. I wish I could not, give a shit, but I just have to do it like that. So
I was kind of like that. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was like that on the other characters as well, like my warlock. Subclasses are around even. Same with the hunter. So yeah.
I was kind of like that in Destiny 1 until Destiny 2, and then having to split 3 consoles, 3 platforms. I was like, yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, and can I say you're doing a fucking amazing job just to play on 3 fucking platforms. I don't know how you fucking do it, man. Like I'd go insane.
Well, because I don't worry about like all the ancillary stuff. I just raid.
Yeah.
So it's just like.
I mean, down the track, be making a PC character. Well, actually, 2 PC characters.
Yeah.
I'll have 5 characters, so that'll be fun.
Are you not gonna make a warlock, or are you not gonna make a hunter?
I'm not making a warlock. I'm making a hunter and a titan.
Wow.
Do you want me to make a warlock just for you? I'll do it.
No. You do what makes you comfortable, man.
All right, I'm doing a warlock. Characters now.
3 warlocks. I'm kidding.
No, just
you don't have to make a warlock. I do enough warlock stuff for both of us. It's fine.
Yeah, but I actually might make a warlock just for the hell of it, just because each of them have their pros and cons. But ever since I've seen the original Destiny trial, I thought, yep, Titan is me. It's just got to be me. But I'm finding myself maybe I'm a hunter main because I'm enjoying the hunter. So, but anyway, that's until like in the original Destiny, my hunter. Do you remember in Destiny 1?
Do I remember Destiny 1 what? Sorry, you cut out.
Oh, sorry, the loot cave in Destiny 1.
Yeah.
A hunter to level 20. I didn't play through the story. I just went to the loot cave. My friend McLaren would be there, and he go. I join in the party chat. Are you at the loot cave? Yep. All right, loot cave. I'm going to go there. Be there for a couple of hours. Level him up. My hunter to level 20, and yeah. My hunter had no uses, and then I found out when I was going to be a sword bearer with the invisibility on the arc hunter.
Pretty much every sword bearer was a hunter that I know of.
Yep. And that's where my hunter game. Enjoy my hunter more from doing that stuff like that. So yeah.
I was a hunter main to start Destiny 1, by the way.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I think I just got a catalyst, by the way.
Look, I just hated warlocks because of the double stickies in PvP in Destiny 1.
Well done.
Off, so
I liked Arcblade and stuff in Destiny 1.
Nice, cool.
Invisibilities and such. But yeah, so you've never deleted a character. You currently, and we can kind of do both Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, but you currently, as of your stats, say that you're 30 Grimoire away from max Grimoire in Destiny 1. And then, like, I don't know, 5,500 or so away from max Triumph in Destiny 2. Is that something that you... Well, first of all, in Destiny 1, are you going to try to go back and get those 30 Grimoire points? If you can?
Because one of the ones is Rumble wins, and I'm only like 30 out of it. In PvP, like, I think I'm an okay PvP, but I'm not going into Rumble. No chance in hell.
But you're like on the 1 yard line there, dude.
I know, and I forget the other thing I needed. I think the other thing was because I did the skirmish and the other one, salvage. I've done those, and for the Destiny 2 ones, like I don't think I'll ever do it because some of them are PvPs, and I don't think I'll ever get. Yeah. Like I don't like doing the competitive. Like it's just way too. They're just way too yeah, in PvP. Probably, I'd like to, Jay, but I don't see myself doing that.
I hear you.
I'm happy with having.
I just thought you were so close, and I thought it was interesting.
I did actually wanted to do it, and I think I'd like wins here and there, but I just thought I'd go insane if I had to do 100 wins, I think it was, of Rumble. So,
Oh, good God.
just lit.
That's
Yeah,
a
I know, right?
lot
Yeah.
of Rumble. Ugh.
Like, I think it counts the top 3, so I'd only have to be in the top 3.
Okay,
but
okay.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, so.
By the way,
But
Chewbacca
yeah,
in
and-
chat said that he sees a charity incentive for you to either delete your characters or make 3 warlocks on PC.
Well, there'd have to be a lot of money for me to do that. But
For charity,
a
of
lot
course.
of money for charity.
of course.
yes, for charity, of course, yes. There'd have to be a lot of money for me to do that. But I might do that I do plan down the track to do a 24-hour stream of me playing scary games because people like that. See me get scared.
God, have you ever done a
Seen that?
24-hour stream?
No, and I'm guessing it'll be really hard.
They're awful.
But
They're awful, dude.
I
I can give you
it'll be
some
for
tips,
charity,
but
so
they're awful. Yeah,
down the track I'll do that, I think. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
How did you happen upon this channel? Do you remember?
It's like there's a couple of streamers I've been following. Like I've actually 3 years now. I've been like subscribed to them. I was watching Clyde. Like I'd raided with Clyde
Mm-hmm.
in Wrath of the Machine in 2017. Fell off his channel and got back into his channel when Destiny 2 was going through its lull period, like March.
Whatever do
December
you
last year.
mean? I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, when it was going through that, I just remember Clyde hosted you, and I thought, okay, he's into the turtles. I don't mind. I liked the turtles when I was growing up, and you were doing a raid, you were doing a raffle at the time. I thought, okay, I'll enter the raffle, and I got in.
Oh, really?
Into the yeah.
I did not know that.
First time it was. I've actually to find out a bit more about me. Like I kept the first time I do raids with streamers, like guys that I do with. I've got one for Clyde, you, as well.
Wait,
so
you have what?
I
Sorry.
I've kept videos of like
Oh,
from
okay,
the
okay, okay.
PlayStation.
Got
yeah,
you.
so like I keep watch them over. We're actually there with Unveiling as well, so
Nice.
he was there as well. So I miss that guy. I wish
Yeah.
he'd come back, but I know he's
He
busy
stops
with
by
work
every
and all
once
that.
in a
He's
while,
on-
but yeah, he's doing live stuff.
Yeah, I say hello to him whenever he stops by. He's a fantastic guy that I
Absolutely.
met through your channel. I got in a row with you, and I thought you were a bit. But I thought, it's.
You thought I was a bit
like
what?
that- Weird.
Fair. Accurate.
It's I hope you didn't take that in a bad
No,
way, but yeah.
not at all. It's one of my selling points, right? Is that I'm weird. So
I just
it's
like, and then I remember watching you next day doing the spoon bits. I thought, oh, okay, rightio, this guy.
he's really weird.
No, he knows how to attract people. I like that. I thought, okay, I'll watch. And 2
I
or
love
3
it.
months, 3 months later, when I finally subscribe to you, and I'll keep subscribing till day I die.
Oh,
Because I just like your positivity, like
cut out there
first
for
of
a
all,
minute.
welcome. Sorry,
Okay.
Aussie internet. What can I do? I just like your spiel, like when you introduce yourself. Like it's going, hi, my name's Jay. You've never been here before. We do a lot of stuff. Like for one day, he said, if anyone wants to try and do my spiel, go for it. I was going to watch videos and try and write it down.
And then Unveiling did it, yeah.
Did he do it?
Yeah, he did. And then I switched it up on him and he got pissed. It's like, you switched it, you changed it. I was like, yeah, a little bit. Evolution.
But, I've found your channel, like the friends I made in your channel, like I could rattle off Shiny. I met Shiny through another channel as well. I didn't realize he was in another channel.
Mm-hmm. I know which one you're talking about. I think the one that he mods for.
Yeah, I didn't even realize there's a mod there as well, so that was cool. But yeah, guys like that, Doma as well. He's just fantastic. Like I could
Mhm.
I could try and mention as many names as I can, but all your
A lot of
all your
awesome
guys in
folks
your-
here for sure. We're very
as
lucky.
well, like Synoptic, Frozen, just
I'm
Just
always
how
curious,
well-
like, how far the Aussies are from each other, because you guys seem like you'd get along in real life really well, too.
Well, it's well, and you'll probably hear like if you ask me what my life goals are, like soon, I'll tell you a life goal as well. But Synoptic, I think is he's in Melbourne, I think, and I'm in like I'm 3 hours away from Melbourne. Do the PAX thing this year. The PAX thing is like a huge gaming thing.
PAX
They want to
Australia,
do that.
yeah, we have PAX
Yeah,
here.
PAX. I realise that. Well, but real time sloth and that, like I'd like to go meet as well. Mylan Games, like
Mhm.
they're at. I was going to go, but then at the last second I had to work, so I couldn't go. But I will do that this year.
Yeah, they're all good
Just to meet
fellas,
those.
for sure.
Yeah, just to meet those guys, like all the.
I don't know if I've met an Aussie I didn't like, by the way, like virtually. I don't know if I've like talked to an Aussie who like rubbed me the wrong way or anything. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I could find a couple of Australians that rub you up the wrong way.
Probably.
Like there are a few bad with every group. There's a few bad people in the group, but none of the people are fucking awesome people. I find. Like I try not to focus on the 10 baddest Americans that I've met. I focus on the 90%, like you, James, those guys, like who I've become, friends with, and that. It's there's a lot of negative. There's still a bit of negativity in this life, but I try and focus on the positivity. Because why are we trying to take each other down? We should be trying to, help each other, build each other up and all that. Try and get the best out of each other.
Good lesson. I know that, I mean, it's stuff that we all work on. We all have our moments of not that, right? But just the overall positive message and vibe is, yeah, for sure. I agree. We're all human. For some of us turtles,
And,
but
yeah. So let's try. Yeah. So yeah, it's
awesome.
tough answer.
That's great. And if you were to give, you kind of did it, right? Positive vibes and all that stuff. But if you were to distill down like your favorite anecdote or piece of advice that you'd give to people, what would it be? If it's different than what you just talked about.
Just go for your dreams. Believe in yourself. You got one chance at this life. Make the most of it. Like who knows what happens beyond like when it's our time. Don't say you can't do it. Say, well, fuck you. I can do it and try.
Nice.
The biggest risk in life, Jay, is not taking a risk. I find so. Try and live by that. Probably my advice to people.
It's easy to be afraid of success or failure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
agree.
that's my advice. Yep.
Awesome. So we've been going for like an hour and 15, hour and 10 here, but I did want to open it up for audience questions. If anybody has any, I'll try to pick a few.
Go for it.
To ask
More than happy
Sugar
to.
Ray if anybody's got anything. I didn't really, I should have reminded people at the beginning that I would want to do this, but if anybody has any questions for Sugar Ray, within reason, of course.
Within reason. Yep.
Favorite Ace Ventura quote. I like that.
Let's see. Favorite Ace Ventura quote. It's it's when he finds out that Einhorn is Finkel, and he's going, "Well, it's Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. Einhorn is a man. God, Einhorn is a man." And you just see the picture of him with the plunger in his mouth, just,
the plunger and the shower and burning the clothes and brushing his teeth and tongue. Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's I could pick a lot of I love Ace Ventura. Like that's another thing we have in common. Like I love remember seeing him in The Mask as well. Like I know it's not as a funny movie, but just seeing him there was really cool.
Absolutely.
Ace Ventura 2, Dumb and Dumber. I love Dumb and Dumber yet, like the one that they did with Jeff Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bruce Almighty and Liar Liar, they're pretty cool as well.
What's the weirdest food you've ever eaten?
Weirdest food I've ever eaten.
Asked by Moose. The other one was
Um,
shiny, by the way.
I had a feeling shiny would have been the Ace Ventura one. Weirdest food I've ever eaten. I'd probably say kangaroo. I've actually.
That was also
eaten
Doma's
kangaroo.
question. How did it taste?
Did it taste? It tasted a bit like chicken. Surprisingly, I was really surprised. Chicken.
It reminds me of a Mitch Hedberg joke, like, all the animals in the kingdom must hate chicken because they say that chicken, like, everything tastes like chicken. It's like, just be
Everything tastes like
yourself, you
chicken.
know?
But yeah, like that was one time I tasted it. I actually tried the other day, like, actually not last night when we were doing the games night the other night. I tried anchovies for the first time and enjoyed that. My pizza, so yeah.
Those are yeah. Okay. Those are a little weird here, anchovies, by the way. Okay, other questions. I think he went for his favorite, he said his favorite NFL or NRL team. Or that's
I
rugby.
said AFL team.
NRL.
Yeah, NRL is Manly. Like that's where in the '60s, like in the national comp, that's where he gets a bit of his sport and things. So I follow Manly. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Let's see here. Oh, anchovies. Ugh.
It's something I like. I'm trying. Like
I just
when I
want
was
to try
younger, I
new
was a
things.
fussy,
Uh-oh. Did the thing where... Okay. Sorry.
I was a fussy eater, but like I'm just like is my later life try things. I thought I never tried anchovies. I tried. It's really salty. I agree with that, but I enjoyed it.
Mike asks, if Sugar could get any gun/weapon replica from Destiny 1 or Destiny 2, what would you pick?
Icebreaker. That was my first exotic in Destiny 1. And that was the gun I was after. Right from the moment I heard about the Icebreaker.
Another reason why you did a lot of Crota.
Yep.
Bridge.
Oh yeah, the bridge. Yeah, that's right. I remember that bridge glitch as well. I remember it was the exotic I was first after, and I remember first time I got it, and I screamed like a little girl when I got it. I was just going, "Oh my god, I got it finally!" And like someone was just laughing at me. The video of me getting it. Oh, when I got that for the first time as well. Yeah.
Trying to remember what guns that were like that for me, because Galahorn was my first exotic, and I didn't even realize it was good, so I didn't have that moment. I think Praetorian Foil I had a moment like that. But,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard to get.
It was like 65 clears or something before I finally got it.
Oh, wow. That's I still got a friend who's like done 60 clears of Last Wish and hasn't got the
1,000 voices. Oh man.
Yep. That to you. How you going? You and Dina. How you guys going? Have you ever watched this?
Watch what?
Dina and Matt, they're guys like Matt's the one that hasn't got the 1,000 voices, and Dina like.
Oh. Gotcha.
In your chat every now and then, but it's
I think I know
a
who you're
friend of
talking
mine,
about,
like,
but yeah.
Yeah, my friend McLaren 71. He actually the second week he brought the Galahorn when Zer was selling it, like in Destiny 1. Why are you wasting your exotic slot on a heavy like that? And we did not. We had to get him in raids because no one else had Galahorns, and he'd always go, "I remember that time when I brought the Galahorn, you guys didn't. Now who's now who do you need?" He always holds that over us.
That's funny.
He's a great guy, McLaren.
Jiff asks, what's your fondest moment in your video game history? You could pick one.
This interview. No, just kidding.
Don't set your bar so low.
Come on, Jay. You do. You're an amazing human being, Jay. And how welcoming you made me feel. Like it's a institution for me now to come here every day. Even if I don't raid, just to watch you like be yourself on. It's amazing. But my
Very
favorite
kind of
time
you.
is it just in Destiny or is it just video
No, no, no.
game
Like
in
in
general?
your whole life, like if there was one moment that stood out to you, other than because you talked about the like competing for, I already forgot that game. Oh, GoldenEye. You talked about that, but any other memories that stick out to you for gaming?
Um, hmm, really, probably the first time I did the Vault of Glass. I feel like that doing a raid and finishing it. Like that's the one thing I enjoyed when they brought up the memories in Destiny 2. Like who you
Right?
did the raids with the first time.
That was
That
cool.
was the that was like I was like a friend. There was a friend of mine who was in New Zealand. Like they got to play the game 2 hours before us. Said in the first like the first 5 minutes you're gonna love what they've done. And he didn't give it away. And I sent him a message as soon as I got it. I said that is so awesome what they did. So he um the Destiny, I did a raid with hey, that was pretty cool. Then become friends with my name is Bife.
Mm-hmm.
Um um
He's a very good
Destiny,
dude.
like yeah, he's a very very nice dude as
Oh
well.
yeah,
Like
he's a hugger.
he's a hugger.
He's a
Okay,
hugger. He's very much a hugger. He's like the
it's good to know.
definition of a hugger.
I'm a hugger as
And
well,
he's
Jay. Just
tall
letting you
too. He's like, I don't know, 6'2". So like I go in for a hug and I just end up in his nipples all the time.
know. Wow.
Thanks, Bife.
And and it was actually like and one of my favorite times, more recent times, was actually doing Lucky from Lucky and Buttwipe.
Mm-hmm.
That was like I was in their channel, like I was real low light, but we'd spent like the 8 hours at like Spire of Stars last part, couldn't finish it. And I just remember like I was watching him and he says, coming in, we're doing this today, and then they got 4 guys that were pretty high level, and then like he couldn't find a 50. He goes, all right, Sugar Ray, get in here. And that's one of my favorite times, doing a raid with him.
Nice.
Just with those getting flawless with those guys as well. Like I've won a couple of raffles and P person, but yeah, getting flawless with them, that's really cool as well. So
Sweet. I have not played with them before. I have not played with Bife either, to be honest. I don't think.
Okay.
Maybe
Wow.
I have. I can't remember. If I did, it would have been probably with WTF and them.
Yeah. That's how I got in a raid with them. Like I think they were doing a charity thing at the time as well.
Mm-hmm.
And some guy donated $4,000 when we were doing the raids. Like at once, we just went, whoa. I just love
People are crazy, man.
the community.
In a good way.
Yeah, I know it's. Yeah, we had to. I think we were doing Eater of Worlds, and like we spent half an hour. Like they just in shock. Like we took about half an hour rest. Like that's probably my times, and probably doing raids with you guys. James when I can.
Cool,
I'm
man.
getting a lot of.
Well, we enjoy having you, and I've always enjoyed raiding with you and being able to, not just because I can like count on you for stuff, but just I know that I don't have to worry about like how you're feeling, or I kind of always know where your head's at. I don't have to wonder if you're having a good time or whatever, because you're very even keeled and just positive, and it's just awesome to play with.
I appreciate that, Jay. I've stuffed up a couple of times with you, but like that's
We all do, dude.
a couple of times. I remember. Yeah, I know. I just try and forget about that and move on.
For sure.
We're trying to do the Vault challenge, and we didn't end up doing it. And that played on my mind for a bit. I thought maybe I'm not
that
as
kind of
good
stuff
raider
does
as
to me too.
like I thought maybe I'm not as good raider as I thought I was. Yeah, but
I would never
but
count
it's
on
always-
one person to like quote unquote carry anybody. It was a group thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm trying to not say carry as well. Like try and help people through.
Yeah. I think that helps people learn.
today, like my raid group, like we were doing. I said, look, guys, I'm not going to do anything. I just want to see how you guys will do it. And we stuffed up at Shirachi a couple of times. And after a couple of times, I thought, give them advice. Count down when you're going to jump on the crystals. Shooting right and all that stuff, and did it in the end. So
Nice.
it's good for me. Step back as well. I might be, whenever I'm raiding with you, I might step back as well. Like just learn stuff. Do stuff, like always count on me, like I'll do it, but yeah,
For sure. And a lot of
Just try
people in
and
the
sit back
community
and-
do stuff different ways and whatnot too, so that's always
Yeah.
cool. And you're always one to not give me shit for running things a certain way or whatever. You're not like, well, Jay, it would be better if we,
I know,
or so and so does
you-
it this way or whatever. It's always nice.
Yeah, no, like it's your show, like your
Well, it's our show, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah, I'll show you, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
I don't
nah,
think I
nah,
wanna be
yeah.
that- I don't think I want to be that type of person that come in and tell you how to do it. Like I think that's a bit disrespectful for people who do that. Personally,
I mean, suggestions if I've never
Trying to
done
help.
something is completely different, but yeah.
yeah.
All right.
That-
Well,
anyway, so, yeah.
do you have anything else that you'd like to share or say or?
Well, questions I was hoping you asked me was that one of my goals, and I've made. it a
Oh,
thing,
yeah. Sorry.
It's been a long fucking interview. This is the most I've talked ever. So, I'm sure my mother's going to look at this interview and go, "Who the hell is this? This is not my son."
You're gonna go for a week without talking.
Probably will. But I've made it one of my goals is I'm going to come over to Guardian Con one year, not this year, maybe next year.
Do
To
it.
meet the likes of you. Yeah. I mean,
Guardian
meet-
Con's a
meet
big
all-
like, it's a big family reunion basically. If I could, it's a lot different than like a PAX.
Yeah, but that's one of my goals is like maybe over there and hopefully shake your hand and
You're not gonna be
All the other
shaking
guys
my
I've
hand,
known.
sir.
hug then.
You're gonna be giving me a hug.
Yeah, well I am a hugger, so I'll shaking them.
I don't
hugging
I don't
them.
define myself as a hugger, but I will, like, if I've never met somebody, I don't hug them, or if I don't know them, I usually give the handshake or whatever. But yeah, I will hug. If somebody wants a hug from me, I usually am fine with it.
Yeah, that's one goal. But yeah, that's I just want to say thank you for interviewing me. Like I know there's been people in here that have been here for 3. You've been streaming for 3 years now, something like that.
Oh, me? 3.5, almost exactly.
3.5 years. Like I thought, like as soon as I won Turtle of the Month, I thought we'll get. Maybe I'll get an interview later at the end of the year, but I thought there'd be other guys. But I appreciate you choosing me because I really, it's been a pleasure and an honor to talk about my life. Like, hopefully I haven't bored out the chat. Hopefully there's still people there.
Of course there is.
Yeah, just thank you for everything you've done for this community and for me as well. Like, I thank my lucky stars. Like, I thank my lucky stars whenever I you and like at that time when I actually joined your chat, like I was questioning my time in Destiny. Like my other friends had gone to other games. I won't mention the games for Fortnite. I'd go and the games, and like I thought maybe Destiny 2 won't the hype. And yeah,
we're
you
doing
have
all right.
you Clyde and Game Nation have given me like meaning in life now. Life, I meant to say, not life. Play this game, help people through raids, whatever, and that's all I can say.
Awesome. Well, it's a pleasure to have you as part of the community, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your evening to chat with us. And
Sorry, Jay.
what?
Well, I said no worries, Jay.
Oh, I thought you said sorry. I was like, why are you apologizing? Later, would you?
That Aussie internet.
Yeah. Oh, good, man. Well, hopefully you have a good rest of your night, and this will be up on YouTube shortly, so you can show your mom if you'd like. And, yeah. It'd be great to meet you one day, for sure.
Like, I don't know how much money I have to save to do a trip to America, but I'm going to start doing it because I really want to meet, and then, like, meet the guys in your chat, like, if Shiny goes, if Fuzzy goes, that'd be good to meet. Kaz, Unveiling, if they all go, like, it'd be great to meet all those guys.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, yeah. But thank you, Jay. Appreciate it.
All right, well, we'll talk to you soon.
Easy, man.
Bye. And can we get some love and hearts and claps and stuff for Sugar Ray? Super awesome guy. And once again, that was SugarRaySugars from chat. He's part of quite a few Destiny communities, and figured it'd be awesome to interview him. So wanted to thank him for taking the time out to talk with us.